Good evening. Right, so my friend Gaz yesterday tried the Morrison's Volcanic Vindaloo. So, not to be outdone, I'm having it as well. Mostly because he bought me two. Cheers, Gaz. You know who your friends are. So, what I've got here is the Volcanic Vindaloo on a bed of plain white rice. Yum. I've already had a spoonful of the sauce, so let's give it a go. First reactions, you get a lot of chicken in it, which is unusual for these supermarket takeaways. You also get 3 of these little things, fondly known as green beans. You wish. Naga chillies, I believe. I will be having one of these with the main meal. So let's see what we've got in here. Nice big piece of chicken. We'll go in small. That's tasty, very tasty. I do find that curries made with the hotter chillies, like the Nagas, have a better flavour than curries made with just regular green chillies or red chillies. These Nagas tend to have a nice bit of punch and flavour to them. Now, what's coming through is the heat. It's pretty good. And I'd have to say, that's actually very, very strong. My local takeaway does a rather warm Vindaloo, and I'd say this is probably at least on a par with it, if not hotter. Pardon me for talking with my mouth full. Definitely got a kick to it. Now normally, when I eat a really hot chilli, curry, the chillies tend to give me the hiccups, which is apparently quite a normal effect. And I think I can just feel them trying to break through. I'm going to have a bit of the green chilli this time. So there we go. Let's see how this goes. Runny nose syndrome, always a good sign of a curry. Good curry. I've got to say, Morrison's have actually outdone themselves here. Definitely outdone themselves. I'd expect the curry this hot and flavourful, and with this amount of chicken with it, to only really come from your local restaurant or takeaway. This is good stuff. Now, licking the lips, it actually burns. Not nastily. If you like chillies, it's a nice warming chilli burn. Now, I don't know how many you've got the staying power to sit and watch me eat the whole thing, but I plan to video the entire eat. If you want to see what kind of mess I'm in at the end of this, just fast forward. Otherwise, watch on. I'd say now, the inside of my mouth is getting a little bit singed. I always keep a glass of Coke next to me for any curry, doesn't matter what it is. The sweetness can sometimes help take the sting out, but really what I'm after is just cooling the mouth down, because this is actually fire hot as well. So I think I'm burning myself just as much with the spice as with the heat of coming straight off the stove. Well, it seems to be just as difficult to tell which is which at the moment. I've got to say, this is warm. It is warm. Oh dear. That's really kicking in. I've had a cold all week. I've got a funny feeling this will cure it. I don't know, it'll kill me, one of the two. Whew. Coming along well. I'm just going to pause for a moment because I need to blow my nose and you don't need to see that. I'm back. That was well needed. Oh, pardon me. Right. So it's actually at the point now where if you weren't used to a hot curry, this would be very uncomfortable. I'd say this is pushing my limits. Not that I can't eat it, just pushing my limits. Which is a good thing, isn't it? It's what you're paying for. So, limited edition from Morrison's. They said they're only going to do a small run of this. They've almost become world famous via social media. So I'm hoping to add to their world famousness with this. Cheers, Morrison's. The flavour of the Naga chillies is very strong. I don't mean the heat, I mean the actual flavour itself. They actually do have a flavour to them. It's hard to describe what it actually is, just chilli flavour. But like I say, unlike the small green chillies and red chillies you get in regular curries and spices and that, these actually have quite a strong flavour to go with their strong, strong peppery heat. I've actually forgotten how many Scovilles these are supposed to be. These are made with hot Naga chilies. I've got a funny feeling there were a million or something Scovilles, which is the heat measurement of the spice itself. Million, huh? So that makes me a millionaire, I suppose. Oh dear. Doing well. I tend not to eat the sauce, all the sauce, in any of my curries anyway, but I've actually put at least half the sauce from there on the curry itself, as you can probably see. I normally use that to dip poppadoms or chapatis into. Now I did take the mickey out of Gaz for having a bit of a watery forehead. I can't actually see mine, but I think it is actually beginning to water up a little bit. Yep, sweaty forehead. Good chillies. I've never actually done one of these before. Yeah, those people eat those chillies and do themselves an injury. I don't actually agree with those because I think you probably do yourself some harm. This is not for the uninitiated. So if you're not used to hot curries, don't try it. It will burn. If you are used to hot curries, well, go for it. If you think you're used to hot curries, let me know in the comments below. Or let me know on my Facebook where I'm going to post this as well. I'm possibly directing this to you, Mark Smith. You know who you are. Down to my last bit of chicken. dear. Do pardon me, I'm going to blow. And I'd say that's as much my cold as it is the effect of the chilies themselves. So, how we doing? 10 minutes. It's about as long as it takes me to eat a curry at the best of times. Sorry for those who've actually sat and watched me eat this all the way through. I wouldn't have if I'd have skipped to the end. Well, I'll give you my verdict. Waste not, want not. Right, there you have it. Morrison's Indian takeaway. Volcanic Vindaloo. Is it hot? Oh, hell yeah. Is it unbearably hot? As somebody who eats Vindaloo routinely, I'd say that knocks along with the hottest Vindaloos that my local takeaway puts out, which is probably one of the hottest Vindaloos I've ever had from a takeaway. Would I have this again? Hell yeah. It's awfully good stuff. It's certainly satisfied the tingly taste buds that I like to have. I normally have a curry on a Sunday night as a supper, which is left over from my Saturday dinner. Am I satisfied with this? Yes, absolutely. Would I recommend it? Again, like I said earlier on, a couple of times through this video, only to the uninitiated. Sorry, only to the initiated. If you're not used to hot curries, if you give it a go, it's down to you. Okay, I have warned you. It's awfully good if you like a nice hot curry. Very, very enjoyable. I would say, congratulations, Morrison's. Of all the supermarkets, you've turned out possibly the best curry yet. Well done. That's it for now, folks.